Namaste and welcome back to Typical Monk. Every organ in your body is built from just 4 kinds of tissue: epithelial, connective, muscular, and neural. We will learn each one simply, then drill it the neat way too. One idea at a time. Here is today's path. 5 stops. First, the 4 basic animal tissues. Second, epithelial tissue, the covering and lining tissue. Third, connective tissue, its support and matrix. Fourth, muscular and neural tissue. And fifth, NEET drills, that is, assertion, match, and statement. First, let's look at the big picture. A tissue is a group of similar cells with a common origin and a common function. Epithelial tissue covers and lines organs. That is, protection, secretion, and absorption. Connective tissue links and supports the body parts, and it is the most abundant tissue. Muscular tissue moves the body, and neural tissue controls and coordinates it. Now the first tissue, epithelium. Its cells are compactly packed with very little matrix, and they rest on a basement membrane. Squamous, flat cells, found in the walls of blood vessels and in air sacs. They allow diffusion. Cuboidal, cube-like cells in the ducts of glands and the tubules of the nephron. Their job is secretion and absorption. Columnar, tall cells lining the stomach and intestine, and when they carry cilia, they move mucus along. Now the second tissue, connective tissue. This is the most abundant tissue. Its cells secrete fibers and a ground substance called matrix. Loose connective tissue, areola, which supports beneath the skin, and adipose, which stores fat. Dense connective tissue, tendons join muscle to bone, and ligaments join bone to bone. Cartilage, pliable and resistant to compression. It says the chondrocytes sit within the matrix. Bone is hard, rich in calcium salts, with cells called osteocytes. And blood is a fluid connective tissue. Now, the third tissue, muscular tissue. It is made of elongated muscle fibers that contract to produce movement. And there are 3 types: skeletal, striated, and voluntary. These are attached to bones and arranged in bundles. Smooth, spindle-shaped, without striations, and involuntary, found in the walls of the stomach, intestine, and blood vessels. Cardiac, striated but involuntary, and branched, found in the heart wall, with intercalated discs. Now, the fourth tissue, neural tissue. Neural tissue controls the body's response to a stimulus. Neurons are the excitable cells that receive and conduct electrical impulses. Neuroglia support and protect the neurons, and they make up more than half the volume of neural tissue. Now the high-yield pointers. The facts need turns into questions. 1. 4 animal tissues: epithelial, connective, muscular, and neural. 2. Epithelium rests on a basement membrane and connective tissue has abundant matrix. 3. A tendon joins muscles to bone and a ligament joins bone to bone. 4. Cardiac muscle is striated but involuntary and it has intercalated discs. 5. Blood, bone, cartilage, and adipose. These are all connective tissues. Now the first drill, assertion and reason. Each time ask, is it true? Is R true? And does R explain A? First, our epithelial tissue has very little intercellular matrix. R, its cells are compactly packed and rest on a basement membrane. Both are true, and R correctly explains A, so the answer is A. Second, a cardiac muscle is voluntary. R, cardiac muscle fibers are striated and branched. Here A is false, but R is true, so the answer is D. Third, a blood is a connective tissue. R, its cells lie in a fluid matrix called plasma. Both are true, and R explains A, so the answer is A. Now, the second drill, match the column. Make the correct pairs. Squamous epithelium, diffusion in air sacs. Tendon, muscle to bone. Chondrocyte, the cartilage cell. And neuroglia, support for neurons. Now the third drill. How many of these statements are correct? Check them one by one. First, cartilage cells are called chondrocytes. This is correct. Second, smooth muscle is striated and voluntary. This is wrong. Third, bone matrix is rich in calcium salts. This is correct. So the correct statements are two. That is, the first and the third. Now, let's clear up the mistakes that students fall into. Myth: ligaments join muscle to bone. Truth: ligaments join bone to bone, and tendons join muscle to bone. Myth: all striated muscle is voluntary. Truth: cardiac muscle is striated but involuntary. Now, test yourself. Think of each answer before it appears. Answer first. That is how you build strong NEET recall. First question: which tissue rests on a basement membrane? The answer: epithelial. Second question: what does a tendon connect? Muscle to bone. Third question: what are the cells of bone called? Osteocytes. Fourth question: which muscle has intercalated discs? Cardiac. Fifth question: which is the most abundant animal tissue? Connective. Let's gather it all in one breath. 4 tissues: epithelial, connective, muscular, and neural. Epithelium covers and lines compact cells on a basement membrane. Connective tissue supports. The cells sit in a matrix. This includes blood, bone, and cartilage. Tendon joins muscle to bone, and ligament joins bone to bone. 3 muscles: skeletal, which is voluntary, smooth, which is involuntary, and cardiac, which is striated but involuntary. You have reached the last chapter. Now revise and drill the full NEET course. See you there. You have completed every animal tissue. The last piece of the syllabus. One idea at a time, calm and steady, and you will surely crack NEET. This is Typical Monk. Every class, always free.